Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 4 Species for Peace Yoga Shalom at Home practice. I'm Lisa Levine, and I will be your guide through this approximately 45-minute journey. I want to thank Beth Kopicki and welcome the Peace Week Delaware participants. Welcome. Welcome to my Aleph Alliance for Jewish Renewal friends, as well as to my regular students who I've really missed as we've taken a bit of a hiatus over the High Holy Days, which is coming to an end. Actually, we're still within that period of time. We're in a week promoting peace around the world, as well as the week of the holiday of Sukkot, our temporary shelters that we lived in while we wandered in the desert, while we were seeking freedom, as we were exiled to various places around the world. And 3 times a year when we brought our gifts to the great temple in Jerusalem, we lived in temporary huts, places which were meant to shelter us where we could find safety. Today we create a safe space, a Sukkat Shalom, a shelter of peace here in our hearts, our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. The symbol we use today to unify these elements is a Lulav. I don't have a Lulav and Etrog because I couldn't get one in time, but this Lulav is a collection of plants. It's sort of like a natural flag, which we put together and we wave in all directions, and it represents parts of our body. The lulav, or the palm branch, represents our spine and our actions in the world, so we're going to be paying attention to that today. The myrtle represents our eyes, the way we view the world. And in yoga, we actually have a third eye, and when we start our pranayama breathing, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. The willow represents our lips, how we represent our words in the world, how we speak words of kindness to make peace. The etrog, or the citron, represents our heart, the center of our emotions, and the energy chakra and balance between loving kindness and strength. In the Kabbalistic world, these are called sphirot, and each part of our body. Oh, you can see the light coming in from my window. Wow, that looks amazing. I can't keep that from coming in, so we'll have to deal with it. We wave the 4 species together in all directions, indicating that there is a higher power everywhere, and we are connected to it. Today we will flow through this embodiment practice, focusing our intention, our sankalpa, or our kavanah, on how our spines, our heart, our eyes, and our mouths affect our well-being. We will engage and notice them bringing greater balance and peace into our lives. Our bodies are our Sukkot, our dwelling places, our shelters, our protection, and our Mishkan, our holy sanctuaries, where today we will make peace for healing from the inside out. So let's get started, my friends, by clearing our minds of any thoughts we don't need right now, turning off our cell phones, putting them on silent. Let us spiritually enter our sukkah, our shelter of peace. Let go of our to-do list and bring ourselves into this holy time and this holy space. There we go. See, just a little bit of adjustment, and you can see me really, really well. So find a comfortable spot. I'm going to go to my mat right now, and you can see that I have a blanket here. I also have my bolster for later. I have a chair, and you can do this practice seated right in your chair. I'll try to make modifications as we go. I'm going to come into an easy seated pose. Let's just spend a moment or two quieting our minds now. This is where the third eye, the drishti of the third eye, comes in. So if you close your eyes, if that's available to you, or if you soften your gaze, which means that you're staring in front of you, you're more able to bring yourself into your body, which is what we need to do for our meditation, for our pranayama breathing. So this drishti of the third eye, we engage when our eyes are closed. Sometimes we can see more clearly with it when our eyes are closed. We can sense what's deeper in our souls. And as you can sense when we deepen our breath, that we begin to enter into a place which creates space in our body, not only for the asana, the poses that we're going to do, but for the parasympathetic nervous system to relax so that we might be able to renew and restore ourselves. So notice your thoughts now if they start coming in. Imagine that they're clouds being whisked away by the wind. Swallow in your throat. This can sometimes clear the mind. And notice with your eyes closed that you're able to bring yourself into your body, into this time, into this space dedicated totally to your peace, to your rest, and to your well-being. Notice where your body might feel tight. And as we begin our pranayama breathing practice, try to release that spot. Let me try to get this sun. This room is 2 stories, so sometimes the sun comes in. I can't really control that, my friends, but I will try. This has never happened before, by the way, but I love it. I just want you to be able to see me if you need be, but just follow the sound of my voice. And as you just take a deep cleansing inhale through your nose and release either through your mouth or your nose. Just notice any tight places, whether that's your neck, your shoulders, your spine, your legs, your hips, and begin to soften those places, allowing them to become like the lulav, more flexible, wavy in all directions, whether it's forward, back, side to side. Dropping your attention now into your breath and your spine. Begin to lift from your spine and notice that your shoulders relax away from your ears. Pay attention to your hands now. What do you need for yourself today? If you need more energy, keep your palms up and place them on top of your knees. If you feel in balance and you'd like to do a mudra with your first finger and thumb, please do that. If you feel like you need a little bit more grounding, I'm needing that with a long weekend, just bring your palms over your knees. You can also use that to lift with your spine and tuck your belly in. Imagine that your spine is the lulav, the palm branch, straight yet flexible at the same time. And as we're beginning our pranayama, our breath, drop your chin slightly down. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Just shake your head slightly back and forth so you're not clenching anywhere. Unclench your jaw, but close your mouth. Empty all your breath. We're going to start a 4-part breath. So empty, 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 empty. And then we're going to inhale into our lower belly. And if you need to place your hand there, please do. Into your lower belly, lower lungs, middle lungs, and then fill your upper lungs, expanding from side to side like you're filling a glass with water. And then as you exhale, release all the breath. Inhaling, lower belly, lower lungs, side lungs, and then fill that glass with water. Expand your breath. And then as you exhale, make ujjayi, an ocean breath in the back of your throat, which is kind of like fogging up a mirror, then closing your mouth. Inhaling, lower belly. And breathe out the thoughts of the day. And releasing any thoughts that you don't need. Once again, relaxing your shoulders down away from your ears. Make your exhale really long this time. Getting rid of all the air. Squeeze the air. Good. Inhaling, a lower belly. Expanding the spine upward as you inhale. Lower lungs, middle lungs, upper lungs. And as you release the breath, keep your spine lifted and your shoulders released. Inhaling oxygenated fluid, peace, healing light, renewal. And as you release that peace and healing into the world. Inhaling now at your own rate, count off yourself. And then emptying that glass of water, releasing toxins, stress. Inhaling love and peace. Inhaling as much as you can. Fill, fill, fill. And this time release slowly. Excellent. Take a nice cleansing breath and release. And release your shoulders. We're going to do a seated cat and cow for the opening of our heart center. You can do this seated in a chair very easily. Just follow the sound of my voice. We're going to continue to open our heart center. So give yourself a heart hug. As we woke this morning, our spirits were returned to our body through our breath. So through our practice today, we're going to continue these 4-part breaths. Just inside, remember to fill and then release. So bring your gaze down to the floor, soften it. Good, make a little smile in your mouth. Open your shoulders and roll them back and look up. Good, and as you exhale, bring your chin all the way to your chest if you can and round your spine looking toward your navel. Grab your knees, Make your body incline into a C. Good. Inhale. Roll your shoulders way back. Open your heart center. Crack your heart open like a nut. Let anything go that you don't need. Inhale and exhale. Spine goes into a C curve, looking inward toward your heart center. Good. One more time. Roll the shoulders back. We always do things in threes in yoga. There's a lot of reasons for that I'm not going to go into, but it does correspond to the shin also in the letter shin in Hebrew. Gazing inward toward your navel. Good. Let's add our arms in. So let's stretch our arms way up. Inhale. And then bring your fingertips behind. Your gaze is upward. Your drishti towards the heavens. Inhale, gather that energy of the earth, and then bring it all the way down. If you're in a chair, just bring your hands down and your head down. But if you're on the floor, come all the way down and bow your head in prayer. Good. Inhale all the way up. And bring your fingertips behind. Open your heart center while you gaze heavenward. Bring that energy into your heart as you gather the energy up and bring all of that peace into the earth, and then bring your palms to the earth and elbows to earth if you can too, sending all the love out that you can. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Feel loving kindness coming into your right arm and strength into your left. Left arm over to side and a nice final stretch. So we're waving our lulav for the first time in all directions, coming all the way up. And the other direction, our left arm all the way up and all the way over to the right. Feeling that flexibility in our spine, the openness in our heart, smiling in your lips, softening our gaze. Gather that energy of peace into your palms and bring it into your heart center and massage that right into your spirit. Beautiful. And release. We're going to move now to a little bit more exploration of our spine and also gathering energy into our body center. So let's start with bringing our fingertips to the back of our neck. This is where the spine begins. A lot of times we experience stress here. So bring your elbows wide, your heart open once again. If that's available, today is your practice. You can modify in any way you wish. If you can't get your arms up to do your massage, just do one hand at a time. Just massage and drop your chin to your chest. Now release the back of your neck. And just give yourself a nice, good massage there. Okay, now lift your chin and begin using your head to just paint a little circle on the ceiling. And begin waving your spine, your lulav, towards the heavens. And let's go in the other direction. You can do 3 to 5 mandalas. I like the number 5 or 7. Good. Let's go one more time. And now if it's available and you can go a little deeper with your head, 2 slow circles. And don't forget to breathe. So inhaling. Good. And go in the other direction, inhaling. I love this. Good. Now let's just move our whole torso. And let's mix up and use our spine to the right side. Good. And let's go in the other direction. Breathing. We feel that energy coming into our body. In Hebrew, it's called shefa. In yoga speak, it's called prana. We're feeling our energies wake up, getting ready for a little bit more activity in our standing asana. Come to center, bring our arms up. Inhale, and all that energy into heart center. And release. So if you're ready, let's stand. We're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. And if you're in your chair, real easy, just open your knees. And you can do the forward fold in the same way. But just make sure you're supporting yourself on your knees or come all the way down. Or you can just keep your knees closed. But we're going to come with our feet wide as is comfortable for you. Hands on the small of the back. Open the heart center and feel your spine waving towards behind you. Inhale, bring your hands along the sides of your legs and stretch your head all the way to the opposite wall, and then release your spine towards the earth, letting everything fall away from your shoulders, releasing control, because peace and well-being is not always in our control. We can't control everything, but what we can do is open our own minds, hearts, and bodies to healing and to peace. And everything will flow out from there. Breathing into the small of your back. Notice the river of blood going into your brain, oxygenating your heart, pumping into your organs. Take a nice big breath. And as you come up, curl your lips up, soften your eyes, open your heart, and lift your spine once again, becoming the Lulav. And release. Good. We're going to go right down now into Utkatasana, chair pose. If you're in a chair, you can just stay seated, but bring yourself to the edge of your chair. It'll be easier, and then just do the arms. So bringing your feet hip distance apart, which is about where your foot is. I have tiny feet, so my hips are a little closer together. Take a nice deep inhale. Let the light of your heart shine through. Let's create for ourselves a blessing for peace, whether it's for ourselves or for the world or for both. So take a nice deep inhale. Bring your fingertips to the creases of your hips and legs, and then sit back in your chair, nice and easy. It's important to keep your feet, your knees over your feet. So check that so that you're not injured. Let the light of your heart shine through, your breastbone forward. Smile, lower your gaze, and soften it, and then lift your arms into that circle of peace. Bring your blessing of peace to the planet. To yourself, to your heart, to your lips and eyes. Breathe. Nice deep breath, and then step into your feet and come up. Shake out both legs. You should see it be, they should be talking to you. I'm going to straighten my mat so I know where I'm at. Okay, let's go down one more time. So drop your shoulders. This time we're going to bring our drishti, our gaze, to a different direction. So begin with your gaze downward. Fingers on your crease. Inhale. Sit back into your chair and now bring your gaze up. This is an empowering drishti, bringing the power of peace into your hands. The blessings that you bring to your spirit, into your kavanah, your intention for your mat and your practice. Breathing and stepping into our feet and bringing hands to our heart center. We will know that you are love. Inhale and release. So we're going to go now into a standing triangle series, Trikonasana, because I felt like this was a good representation of the lulav waving in all directions, and it gives us a sense of stability and flexibility. So let's bring our left toes in 45 degrees, and our right toes are going to be towards the wall. In Trikonasana and triangle, we're like a piece of cheese. Our hips are facing forward. Unlike warrior 1 and 2, where our hips are facing this way. We're completely open. Actually, warrior 2. This could be warrior 2 also. Anyway, we're leaning way over that front leg, and both legs are straight. Rotate your left shoulder out, lean way over. Inhale, exhale, and then bring your fingertips towards the earth and your other hand up. If you'd like to gaze at your fingertips in Trikonasana, that's a drishti. Breathe. Good. Coming up, coming into reverse triangle, also reverse peaceful warrior. This can be both. Knees are soft. Breathing, arm over, left palm on back side. Good, let's go down again with fingertips maybe a little bit closer to the earth. Fingertips a little bit closer to the sky. And heart open. Breathing. And reverse one more time. Peaceful warrior. Good. And let's go straight to the other side. So bringing the left toes to the wall, right toes in. Now swivel that right hip outward so that you feel like you can sandwich yourself between a piece of glass. And if you can go a little bit deeper with your legs, if you're sitting in a chair, you can do triangle just as easily with one leg out and then just use your arms. Just be careful with your balance. Lean way over that left leg. And then swing your left hand down, right hand up. Use your fingertips as a drishti towards the heavens. Open your heart. Soften your smile. And coming into reverse or peaceful warrior, left arm over, right hand at back hip. Continue that 4-part Ujjayi breath if it's available to you. Go down one more time. Reaching towards the heavens, lifting down towards the earth. Nice big breath. And reverse, peaceful. Right hand on hip, left arm over. toes together in mantra. Hands at heart center. Mahamama, release. A mantra of oneness. Release the breath out your mouth. And releasing. We are going to do some standing palm. This is actually called waving palm pose. I thought it was perfect for this practice today. So let's bring our toes together. This is also one of my favorite songs. It's called Healing, Heal Me. And I really feel like using this embodiment is a wonderful way to not only heal ourselves, but to send healing out into the world. So bring your toes together. Your hips are going to be fairly over your toes with your heart over your hips and your head over your heart. And if you're in the chair, hips over heart, heart under head, same. Hips under heart, heart under head, same thing. So let's bring both hands up and bring our palms together and and clasp them, and then put our first fingers together, our index finger together. Inhale, now draw your arms closer to your ears, and let's go over to the right side. Nice, gentle wave over to the right. Breathing, coming up. Inhaling. And let's go over to the left. Use your Ujjayi breath. Good. Coming up and release. And then just wave your arms 3 times. 2. Send all that healing out. 3. Oh, that's perfect. And let's do one more time. Let's go a little bit deeper. So bring your fingertips together. Palms are clasped. And send your fingertips all the way up. Draw your elbows towards your ears and over to the right. Now this time open your left shoulder and look up under. Breathe. Try to keep your elbows soft. Your gaze is up under your left arm. Coming up, look up. Gaze is up, your drishti towards the heavens. Good, let's bend to the left. Lulav in motion, flexibility, and look under your right arm. Gaze behind you, over the right shoulder. Inhale, looking up, and release your arms. Clasp your arms behind you. And if you can put your hands flat on your back, that's good. Or if you want to put them, I can't quite get them into Anjali Mudra. But I'm just going to clasp my hands like this, and I'm going to open my heart and look up. A nice wave towards the back. Good. Exhale, now inhale. We're going to go all the way into forward fold. For this, you can't have your toes together, so you need to be hip distance apart. We're going to hinge forward. And when you feel ready, drop your shoulders down. If it's available, and you can go here today. If you want to go here, you want to grasp your big toe, pull yourself down, and breathe. Breathe into your back and feel the healing coming up through your feet, into your knees, hips, traveling through your heart center, down your arms and back into your feet. Breathing. Good. And release and hinging up. And we're going to do one more standing pose. This can be a very challenging pose. It's Warrior 3. So if you'd like to use a chair, please do so. I've got my chair here. I'm just going to step forward, bring both arms forward and my left leg back. If you want to bring your arms behind, breathe. And reach forward as you gaze towards your expression of energy and strength. Breathing and coming down. Good. Take out both legs and we'll go to the other side. Warrior 3. So hips are forward. Step forward with your left leg, hinge forward, using my chair, lift the back leg, make sure your hips are square, and then you can bring your arms out straight or behind you in airplane, and breathe. And come down. Excellent. Stretch out. Release your hips into Hallelujah arms. Take a nice few deep breaths. Bring arms all the way up. And down. Excellent. Take a nice deep breath in. Hands in Anjali Mudra and feel the balance into your body. Okay. We're going to be coming down to our mats now for a couple of asana on our mat. So if you have a mat and you can come down to it, please do. If you're in your chair, I'm not sure how many people are in chairs. It's okay. You can do these asana in a chair as well. Just do cat and cow seated, and then when we do our balances, you can do this. And when we go into our hip lift, you can move forward in your chair. So those are 3 things you can do seated. But the rest of us are going to come down just for a moment. Just release your spine now. I feel like we need to do that. So curve your bottom up and your back down and lift your eyes towards your nose. Really focus right into your nose as you lift your head up. Inhale, exhale, push into the middle of your spine and draw your chin to your breastbone. Push through your arms and lift your shoulders. Good. Now we're going to do one downward dog, and you can do this with your chair or on the mat. So curl your toes under, claw through your fingertips and push through your feet. And then in this posture, the drishti is to gaze at your navel. I can't quite do that, but if you can't do that, gaze at your knees. And then push through your feet and strengthen your arms. Breathe. Good. And bring your knees slowly to the mat and into child's pose. Breathe. Take a couple of nice breaths here. If you need to stack your fists, that's good. If you need to open your knees, just enjoy a full breath. Stretch out your arms and your spine. Close your eyes. Good. Inhale, exhale, come up, and let's flip right over to our back so we can get a good spinal twist in. So coming down to the mat, all the way. Just draw your knees into your chest and massage your lower back. If you're sitting in a chair, draw your knees up a little bit and just sway from side to side. Release your hips, release your spine. Good. Now let's draw both knees over to the left side and bring our right arm out. Gaze out over your right fingertips if that's available, or close your eyes and imagine peace in your mind's eye. Breathe. Good. Bringing your knees over to the right now gently. And gaze over your left fingers or close your eyes. Opening your heart. Softening your smile. Releasing your spine. Breathing. Inhale. Releasing, bringing your knees up once again. Hug your knees. And release your feet down into the mat. And exhale through your mouth. Bring your feet straight down onto your mat. Bring your arms out to your side. Shavasana. You need a bolster under your knees, or if you need a blanket under your head. If you want to use your eye bag, put your eye bag over your eyes. As we take a few moments to absorb our practice, to let our body integrate all of the messages that we've given it today, whether it be the kind word, soft gaze, an open heart, or a strong and flexible sign. The 4 directions, the air, earth, fire, water, 4 elements. The 4 species, the 4 letters of God, Yod-Heh, Vav-Heh. All of the places and spaces where peace resides, into every place in our body. So as we relax into our mat, imagine that we're sinking deeper into a soft, thick cotton cocoon. warm blanket being drawn up over our feet and our legs, being drawn up over our arms and our heart, tucked in under our chin. Like a loving parent, we are safe, we are cared for, we are nurtured, we are at peace. Sensing our arms and legs becoming heavy. Sensing the beat of our biggest muscle, our heart. Allowing openings and closings which send oxygenated air and fluid to every tendon and muscle in our fingers and our toes. Nekavim, nekavim, chalulim, chalulim. If one of them were to fail, how well we would know. We would stand helpless, unable to live. Deepening of our breath, bringing us a sense of ease and peace. Softening of our gaze, enabling us to see things in a new way. The smile on our lips, enabling us to say things in a kind way. The openness of our heart, which enables us to give and receive blessings. The strength of our spine, allowing us to do good deeds in the world, our actions, bringing us peace. Spending a few moments memorizing this feeling of deep peace and relaxation, wholeness, so that we might return to it anytime we're in need. Allowing everything to be as it should be. Peace, Shalom, Salam. May the Sukkat of peace enter us, embody us, and be with us. As we wiggle our fingers and our toes, becoming aware of the mat beneath us, drawing ourselves over to the right side, making a blanket of our knees and pillow with our arms. Breathing deeply. When you feel ready, pushing yourself to seated. Take all the time that you need for this. Oh, my dear friends, it's time in our practice for our healing circle, which I always end with, and I also have my peace oil, which I'm going to add a little virtual peace oil to everyone. It's a doTERRA oil, and if you'd like it, I'll send you information. So let's gather our hands together in front of the screen. And let's send some healing and peace out into the world. If anyone has anyone that they would like to say a prayer for peace, or for healing, if you'd like to put their name in the chat room, please do so. Hear our prayers, 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 hear our prayers. Hear our prayers, 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 hear our prayers. Hear our prayers, hear our prayers. I want to thank all of you for spending this moment of peace and renewal and Sukkat Shalom with me this week. I see so many of you, all of us are struggling with the idea of how do we keep normalcy and peace in our lives. So it's just so wonderful to see all of us together. And I hope to see all of you very soon. I want to wish you a week of namaste, of light, and of